Mr. Goggles was in the school green room waiting for his magic act at the school. The twins were passing by and were delighted to meet him backstage. It was a pleasant surprise for them.
Hi kids.
Anas and Alifiya were curious about his presence. Mr. Goggles told the twins about his magic act.
I'm invited by the school to show a few fun science experiments. Anas and Alifiya would like to assist me during the show.
They both wanted to be there on the podium with Mr. Goggles. As only one student could be allowed with Mr. Goggles, so now he is worried about whom to ask.
The experiments need an older student to assist. So Anas, will you please assist me? I promise to call you on the stage as a volunteer during the show. Anas, would you please join me for the showstopper experiment? The experiment is about creating a material which behaved partly as a solid and partly as a liquid. We will create Oobleck for you all. Oobleck is a special type of slime with properties of both liquids and solids. If you squeeze it, it feels solid. Yet, if you relax your grip, it flows through your fingers. If you run across a pool of it, it supports your weight. But if you stop in the middle, you'll sink like a quicksand. You can create it using easy-to-find materials like water, cornstarch, and food coloring. Anyone who would love to volunteer to assist Anas? Anas, Alifiya, follow my instructions. You may wish to start with 1 cup of water and 1.5 cup of cornstarch. Then work in more cornstarch if you want a more solid oobleck. It will take about 10 minutes of mixing to get a nice homogeneous oobleck. Mix in a few drops of food coloring if you want a colored oobleck.
The twins followed the instructions and soon they had a jelly-like substance which could be poured but behaved like a solid too. It was amazing and fun to play with on stage.
Oobleck is a suspension or a substance that can mimic the qualities of a solid or a liquid. These materials are also classified as non-Newtonian fluids. A Newtonian fluid has a constant viscosity such as water or gasoline. As you might guess, the viscosity of a non-Newtonian liquid changes. Examples include silly putty, ketchup, and yes, Oobleck. Who else wants to dip their hands in this bucket of blue Oobleck?
Almost a dozen more volunteers appeared from the audience, and everyone was happy playing on stage as the curtains went down on the show. Hey, little scientists in the making, why not embark on a messy adventure with your parental lab assistants at home? Dive into mysterious world of Oobleck and let the gooey fun commence you.